Hello everyone, my name is Rosie and this is Rosie's Reviews, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made my Gelatina Noche Buena or Poinsettia Jello or Christmas gelatin. However you want to call it. It is a very beautiful dessert, very eye appealing, and it's just a beautiful gelatin that you can make for your family during Christmas. You start by putting 1.5 cups of milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, and 1 can of condensed milk. You put all those 3 ingredients into a blender. You blend them really good. Make sure that you do this throughout the recipe because it does tend to thicken. You put in another bowl gelatine. I used the Knox gelatin. I used 4 packets, and you mix those with water. You mix those really good, and then you add about you add the remaining of the Knox gelatin. You add that to your blender and you blend that in there. And what you do with that mixture, you pour about 1/4 of it into the pan that you're going to be using for the gelatin, and you put that in the fridge for about an hour. In the meantime, you're going to be working in the Jello that goes in the flour. So now that the mixture has had gelatin in it, it does tend to thick. So one tip of advice, I would mix that throughout. I would blend that in the blender throughout the recipe because it does thicken. So I have strawberry here, I have lime, and I have pineapple. Regardless of what the flavor is, all you need to worry about is the color. So you can choose whatever flavor you want. Just make sure that you're using those 3 colors. And you're gonna grab about, I went ahead and boiled some water, and it called for 1/2 cup. But you can just use 1 cup or however much you want, because you're not gonna be using all of it. Most of the one you're gonna be using is the red. So after you're mixing that, you make sure to mix it really well, and you're gonna leave it to cool, because if you put it into your Jello right away, it's gonna melt. The colors are gonna run, and that would not be a good idea. So make sure that you cool off these 3 Jellos, but not to the point where they become gelatin and you're able to just eat them if you want to. So I used cookie cutters to make my design. I got the cookie cutters from Amazon. I tried to get the same ones that the recipe called for, but I couldn't find any online. So I just used leaves to make my flour. So after I refrigerated the mixture for an hour, I took out the Jello, and I used the cookie cutter to cut into the filling, into the gelatin. You have to make sure that you're not getting near the edge, because if you put in the colored Jello, it's gonna run into the edges, and you don't want that to happen. So you're make sure that you either use your finger, make sure you have really clean hands there, use your fingers, or you use something else to lift and remove the Jello. I had some trouble with some spots, but I was able to just do it. I wouldn't worry too much about it, just because you're gonna pour the Jello and it's not gonna make much of a difference. I didn't really know, so I was trying to do my best here and scoop it out. So what I did is, with the extras, I ate the leaves that I was cutting out. Oh my gosh, they were so delicious. It was so good. I'm definitely making this gelatin again. I won't do it with the flowers because this is like a Christmas design, but I'm definitely making the evaporated milk, condensed milk. It was so good. It was delicious. It was a different flavor from what I've tasted. So right now I'm using another cookie cutter. It came in 3 sizes, so I'm using the next size, and I am removing the leaves. It almost looks like I'm taking all of it out, but no, I'm just making my design here. So make sure you remove those. Like I said, make sure that you don't get near the edges because it's gonna spill out. So then I'm gonna go ahead and at the end I'm gonna remove the middle one, and this is where the yellow is gonna go from the flour. So make sure you do that. Next, after the Jello has already cooled off, you're gonna pour the middle. I started with the middle one. I poured in some of the pineapple Jello that I made, and I used the same container to pour in the remainder of it. One of the mistakes that I did is I overflowed some of the leaves, so I did cause it to flood a little, but it doesn't matter as much because this area that I'm pouring it into is gonna be underneath the Jello, so you're not gonna see this part. But I would suggest to just pour in a little less, and be careful not to overflow into other areas, because it can ruin your design. So then after I finish using all the red, then I'm gonna move on to the green. See, I spilled some of the red there a little, but you cannot tell. Once you flip it around, you're not able to see that red. So next I went in and finished off with the green to make the poinsettia, also called Noche Buena. So there I poured it. It looks really beautiful, and I haven't flipped it yet. So after I have this step done, what you do is you cover it. Well, I covered it. You can put a plate over it, or you can just stick it in the fridge. I did about, I want to say 2 hours, just to be on the safe side. I put that in the fridge for 2 hours. Next, after the 2 hours are over, you put in the remainder of the Jello that you had made, and now it's ready to be flipped. Well, it's not ready. I had to refrigerate it for a few more hours. But after I flipped it, you can see it was really, really runny. All I did is I grabbed clean towels, and I was able to get it all cleaned. So that was pretty cool that I was able to clean it up really nice. And slowly I was able to center the poinsettia Jello. Look at how beautiful it is. It was not hard to make at all. I would definitely do this next Christmas.